Tech layoffs slashed thousands of UI/UX design jobs in the past couple of years. As the market becomes more and more saturated with bootcamp graduates holding UI/UX design certificates and the number of jobs dwindling due to layoffs, is it still a good idea to get into UI/UX design? My name is Stella Guan. I'm the co-founder of Path and Bound, a UI/UX design school founded by designers for designers. We offer the most comprehensive curriculum, individualized instructions, and flexible learning schedules that help students achieve maximum career success. To answer this question, we first need to ask ourselves, why did big tech lay off so many people in the first place? What exactly happened in the industry? It is tempting to attribute the reasons to the tech industry not doing so well. After all, isn't it as simple as businesses losing money due to whatever reason and have to cut down on costs? Well, in reality, the tech industry has actually been doing quite well, seeing record profits, and the economy isn't doing so bad. In the most recent fiscal year, the big five tech companies, namely Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Google, and Meta, generated total revenues of $1.63 trillion, 81% more than 5 years earlier. In the US, 353,000 jobs have been added in January of 2024. So why on earth did these companies lay off so many people? One reason is because these companies actually overhired during the pandemic, and the bloated headcount simply isn't sustainable in the long term. At the same time, companies are investing significantly more in AI than ever before. This shift in investment doesn't always mean job reduction, as many people have feared, but it has resulted in prioritizing employees with AI skills over those with other talents. For UI/UX designers, this doesn't mean our jobs will be replaced by AI. It simply means that we now need to learn more about how we can use artificial intelligence to work more efficiently. The reason is UI/UX design involves the human element heavily. It's extremely difficult to expect AI to replace human communication entirely, especially with complex user scenarios that require high levels of problem-solving skills and communication skills. Embrace AI and not be afraid of it. Enroll in a program that teaches you how to use AI in a designer role like School of Design program at Path and Bound. Another interesting aspect of this tech layoff landscape is that although many jobs are eliminated, companies are still hiring new roles as equilibrium returns to organizational structures. Now, however, many hiring managers are actually complaining about a seemingly bizarre phenomenon. There are plenty of applicants on the job market, but they can't seem to find anyone they'd like to hire. Does this situation sound eerily similar to dating? There are plenty of fish in the pond, but finding that one right fit for you is hard. Job hunting is indeed like dating a lot because any kind of human relationships, be it personal or professional, at its core is about needs. If you're unable to figure out what you can offer that stands out and what companies actually need or want from you, the search is going to be a lot more difficult. And even if you find a job, either the company won't like your performance in 3 months or you will be miserable at the job due to a mismatch of needs. So what can we do about it? At the end of this video, we'll discuss some truly effective strategies to find the right UI/UX design jobs for you. So stay tuned. Speaking of strategies, we need to first look at how to narrow down our focus. Blasting your resume to every company hiring is not only exhausting, but a complete waste of time. Think of it this way. A company needs a go-to-market strategy when it launches a product. Why wouldn't job applicants need a strategy when what they're trying to do is finding the right fit? A more effective way of job search is finding your niche first before doing anything else. Depending on who you are, your niche may be very different from other designers. However, it is worth taking a look at industries where UI/UX design hasn't been widely adopted before, but now are embracing it. These industries have way more appetite for new designers than the saturated tech industry. The first industry that is now hiring way more UI/UX designers is the medical tech industry. If you've ever been to clinics or hospitals, you probably remember how outdated their operating systems are. Doctors, nurses, and physician assistants routinely complain about how difficult it is to navigate their systems. Now, more startups are being founded in the medical tech niche to address these pain points, which means hiring will increase in this industry. The second industry that will welcome UI/UX designers is government. It's not going to be possible for everyone to be employed by the government because there are certain constraints and requirements such as citizenship and security clearance. But more UI UX design jobs have popped up in this old school industry where change has been slow because even the government now is adapting to the change of times in order to operate more efficiently. The third industry that aspiring designers should look into is the financial industry. It doesn't surprise us that finance is catching up with tech because tech and design streamlines operations and helps increase revenue in so many meaningful ways. Finance has been an old school and slow to innovate sector historically, but with the boom of fintech, it is now showing stronger interest in the design function. Now that leads us to the most important question. Once we find a niche, how do we actually get the UI UX design job we've always wanted? There are a lot of generic job search advice being tossed around out there. We've probably heard of it. Polish your resume, practice your interview skills, improve your portfolio, network, apply consistently, and play the numbers game. If you're not lazy, you probably have done all of that, but still, you haven't seen much result. If you have done the right amount of due diligence, making sure you have great work and adequate interview skills, the deciding factor is actually somewhere else. Before you continue with your job search, sit down and do a deep dive of who you really are as a designer. What are your strengths that shines in a team environment? What unique qualities do you offer? What kind of environment do you really want to be working in? Then you have to figure out what kind of companies actually want your qualities and if their work environment fits your needs. Now you may be asking, how can I possibly know what a company really wants? I'm not a mind reader. Plus, there are so many companies out there. How can I possibly know what all of them want? The short answer is, well, you can't, at least not directly. But that doesn't mean you can't find them out indirectly. For example, go to their LinkedIn page and see who their current designers are if you're not their first design hire. Look into their experience. Does it look similar to yours? This comparison technique is quite simple to execute, but quite effective because if they hire someone similar to you, they're likely to also want to hire you. Study the company's website and see if what they say about their product and culture resonates with you. Additionally, find out where the company is headed in the next couple of years, next couple of months in terms of business direction. See what social media posts, blog articles, or news announcements they've put out. That can tell you a little bit of their focus and why they're hiring right now. It's beneficial to start this exercise yourself, but if you're stuck, it's time to consider joining a program where this deep dive strategy session is guided by experienced designers who have been there and done that. So in conclusion, should you still try to get into UI UX design in this job market where tech layoffs are rampant? Our recommendation is if you know that you're able to produce high quality work and ready to put effort into finding the right fit, then yes, it is still very much an in-demand profession where you can feel fulfilled, making a great living, doing what you love. What has been your experience job searching as a designer in this job market? Have you found anything that works best for you? Drop a comment below and we'll see you next time.